Can a mediocre rally driver, like me, even compete in the slightest with the top drivers in AC Rally? I've seen, and maybe you have as well, a couple of other YouTubers competing in time attack mode. And while I know I can't get close to most of their times, I thought, why not try to see how fast I can go? The stage of choice is a 6.1 kilometer long one in Wales, and the car is the awesome and super fun all-wheel drive Lancia Delta Integrale Evo. Looking at the leaderboard, I knew going for something in the top 10 would be impossible for me. But maybe the top 100? Even that is only 11.5 seconds slower than the world record and therefore pretty much exactly 10 seconds faster than my best time after half an hour of trying and finally getting a clean run in. P378 on the leaderboard and my hopes were low. But why not give myself one more hour on the stage and seeing if I can find that time and get into the top 100? Will I manage? Put your guesses in the comments. Leave a like on the video while you're down there. But now I'll show you my uninterrupted best run. For this first run through, I won't talk too much, so you can really focus on the driving. I've put my wheel and shifter in the bottom so you can clearly see what I'm doing. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The start of the stage here is pretty much flat out until the hairpins, which are actually more difficult than they look.
Caution, 5 right, brake, hairpin right, 80. Hairpin left, tightens late, 50. 3 right.
I'm managing pretty well this time, though I've had a lot of practice because I've had to restart a lot of times.
Tightens 2, late, 60. 4 left and
Not great for this right-hander though, as I've definitely, well, I did brake too late and I was too late on turn in and therefore really went way too wide.
left, 90.
Now this super flat out section with a difficult left-hander here.
Left long, tightens late, 50. Brake, 3 left, tightens 2 into 2 right long, kinks, over crest, 70. Kinks, into 6 right, keep out, 100. 5 left, tightens.
And coming up to the first checkpoint basically, we are only, well, close to a second behind our target time and definitely a lot faster than our current fastest time. Which you can by the way see in the top left. I managed to do a 3:42 so far in this run and was almost coming up to the hour that I set myself.
Into 3 right, caution, short, don't cut, 60.
Not great here, really difficult there to really keep that line, but we'll take a look at that once again after we finish this run.
6 left, very long, tightens, keep in, over crest, into 4 left, long, brake, tight hairpin left, 60.
Not too terrible, I would say.
Tightens, 50. Go straight, 100. Keep left. Into.
And we're coming up to the next checkpoint in a bit. You can see that in the top, by the way.
Don't cut. Go right, 40. 4 right.
And we lost a little bit more time to our target, but we were once again a lot faster than our previous. And well, this last sector still has some surprises.
2 left, tightens late, over crest, don't cut, 50. 6 left,
This
90.
turn really difficult being off camera, and it's really easy to slide out there and then you're in the trees.
100, over crest. 6 right, 100. 4 left, long, tightens 3, don't cut. Into 3 left, tightens, over crest, 150.
A little bit sketchy, but still fine.
3, caution, don't cut, keep in, 80, 6 right, 70. 6 right, over crest, 60. 2 right, keep in.
Here you really need to be quite on the inside, otherwise you're gonna run so wide and there is a bump, and I still hit it. It's not great.
60. 6 left, 40, caution, brake, over crest, into 3 left, into 2 right, tightens, finish.
To the finish, and are we gonna hit our target? Sadly, we are not. So close, just a little bit over a second slower than the target time, which was the top 100 time. So everyone who thought this guy is not gonna get into the top 100, yes, you were right. That is true this time after trying for about an hour. I had some time left after this, but I wasn't able to get a better run in the hour that I set myself. So overall 1.5 hours of trying on this stage, not quite managing to get into the top 100, but P138, it's not too bad. I'm still kind of satisfied with the run that I had. And speaking of which, let's take a look at that run again, and I'm gonna talk you through a little bit more and also show you the replay. So let's talk about what I've learned over this 1.5 hours of trying to drive the best time I could on this stage. So this first section is pretty much flat out, but here you need to be really careful. You need to brake early enough, but also not too much, otherwise you can spin the car. And you need to be more on the inside, otherwise you go so wide and lose a lot of time. Same here, this hairpin is a little bit easier, but you still need to be quite on the inside to get a good line there and, well, get going fast again. But looks quite nice, I think. Here, as you saw, I made a big mistake. I really was a little bit too late on brakes and I should have turned in earlier. This turn can be so much smoother and you could have such a much better exit here. So this is where I definitely lost a lot of time. This section is just be brave, flat out, only brake here to, well, not fly off to the right, and here as well to get a tight line and be able to brake in a straight line here, and then throw the car in to the left, to the right, and, well, probably get it a little bit better than I did there, but I think it was still fine. And yeah, apart from that one big mistake in that right-hander, I think the first sector was actually not too bad. I did get a little bit out of shape here, and this is a very tricky section anyway, and you can see if you're just a little bit offline, just every corner after that is pretty much also screwed up. So yeah, definitely need to be careful, and there's a lot of like left and right here and all seemingly fast, but you need to be slow. And this line here is one that I also really screwed up. You need to be way more on the left when approaching that, because that pothole can really throw you, like it can be run ending, and it is almost all the time. I was lucky here that I was able to get that right. For this hairpin, I was actually kind of surprised how well it went here. I think you can approach it a little bit faster and maybe also keep a little bit more momentum and try to get the car around just a little bit quicker, but for me that was one of the better hairpin turns there. It's a tough one because it's uphill as well, so yeah. Here you also need to be super careful. You can see my car bumping around way too much. I almost lose it here. Yeah, you need to be really careful because, well, the side of this track of the stage is very bumpy in places. This section here also quite tough. You kind of want to keep the car in a slide and just get around this turn with throttle modulation. I was not able to really do that here. And also this one, as I talked about, I think in the first run, really difficult because it's off camber and you really lose traction quite a lot, and yeah, can go off track there quite fast. But yeah, this one also, I think, as I said before, was kind of close. I was going in a little bit too hot here and was lucky that the bankman on the outside kind of kept me in and I was able to still keep it on the track, get it around. This 4 into 3 I think was kind of well done by me. I also had situations there where I was a little bit too fast and then went off to the right, also run ending most of the time. And well, here, yeah, that bump is also really tricky. Like these turns, it always looks like you can go in so much faster than you actually can. And well, this one, I think you've seen that probably a couple of times already in other videos, is really tough. You really need to slow down a lot because otherwise you will just fly off to the right, and that is of course also most of the time run ending, and that so close to the finish. Sadly, talking from experience here. So yeah, I wasn't quite able to get to where I wanted to be into the top 100, but I definitely got a lot closer than I originally thought when I looked at the leaderboard and was like, I'm more than 20 seconds off the top times. How am I gonna gain even half of that? The 10 seconds that I needed. And I wasn't quite able to, but I think you could see that there were a couple of mistakes in the run that if those were ironed out, I think I would have been able to beat this time. And if I had a little bit more time, I think I would have been able to. So this was definitely quite a fun challenge that I set myself here. And while I know rallying is not about time attack, this is not what rally is about, it's still super fun to do. And since we don't have that much content yet in Assetto Corsa Rally, this is a fun thing to do. And as I said, I really did enjoy it. So I hope you did too, and if you haven't already, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment of what you want to see next in Assetto Corsa Rally, because I'm up for almost anything here. So whether that's more time attack, trying to beat all the medals in the events or whatever, let me know down below. And by the way, for those of you wondering, I was using the real wheel rotation on this car, which actually seems to be wrong in the menus here in AC Rally, because I found 880 degrees to be correct when trying. So this is what I set on my wheel, and I set it to 0 in the in-game settings. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check out my video on AC Rally's wheel rotation settings. But with that, I want to thank you a lot for watching. I've been HD Racing, and I will hopefully see you in the next one.